All right, so I'm inside now lesson 18. It continues with conditionals. You've already learned the if-else command back on lesson 17. But this puzzle right here is what's kind of fools a lot of students, puzzle 6 or bubble 6, because you're into the mode of like, oh, I just learned how to use if-elses. So you would think that this command would work. It says repeat until there's pumpkins. There's a pumpkin at the end. At the end, pick a pumpkin. Great. And it tells me up here, there's corn and lettuce growing together. So it's either corn or lettuce. I don't know what it is. So if it's corn, pick the corn. If it's lettuce, pick the lettuce, basically is what this if else is doing. But if I press play here, here's what throws me off. Right away, it doesn't work. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put it move forward, right? That's why it doesn't work. Let's go ahead and click run. All right. It's working. It's working. It's working. Nope, it's not working. Why is it not working? There's a couple of different reasons. Number one, the if-else command. Remember, an if command only does it once. It only checks for that condition once. Right here, there's 3 pieces of lettuce, so it only picked 1. That's why there's only 2. Right here, there's dirt, so it doesn't actually meet with any of those things. It's not corn. It's not lettuce. I haven't said what to do if it's dirt, right? So it's stuck in this loop. So this is the first kind of opportunity where you're getting used to these if-elses, but you don't actually use an if-else. That's what's really confusing. So you're going to go up here and say, you know what? While there's corn, pick corn. And while there is lettuce, pick lettuce. And then as soon as there's not lettuce and as soon as there's not corn, it will repeat back up here and do this forward. You got to. This is where you start getting the differences between if commands and while commands and if else commands. They're all conditionals, but they all act a little bit differently. So don't get into that loop of like, oh, this lesson is showing me if else's, so I must need to use if else's for this entire lesson. Lesson 18 is where you start having to make a differentiation between when should I use an if, when should I use a while, and when should I use an if else command. And that is probably the most confusing puzzle within lesson 18.